groups like the Ground Floor Collective, who actually curated an art show called Ladies First. So really, like, doing this work to really kind of be responsive to the legacies of sisters in the struggle. And given the stuff that's going on right now with Whitney Houston, who, in a lot of ways, that, you know, to paraphrase James Baldwin, who was bugged to death, and to think about what all the stuff that's going on with, everything else going on today in the world, now more than ever, we have to have sisters, in the center of all of our analysis. So I'm just glad to be here, and I'm glad that you're here, and Nina, thank you.
Yeah, I'm also very, very glad that all of you have come here tonight. This series has grown to become very special for me, mostly because it is a space where we get to break free and release pretensions, limitations, a need to lie to ourselves and others, which I think has a lot to do with, or is central to, spiritual well-being and mental well-being. That when we are able to strip ourselves bare and trust that we have support, people who are around us, surrounding us, and loving us, we are more likely to be able to take this journey through life in a way that will be well, and where we will be well and nurtured and healthy. So that's what well means to me. Certainly, we're here to do art, to enjoy dance and theater arts and video, but we are also here to bear witness and to testify in a space where we can be naked and free and courageous and accepted. And to me, that matters a lot in a world where that type of honesty and freedom is certainly not encouraged for Black women, for girls, for women of all nationalities and all ethnicities, really, men as well. So this space is crucial, and I thank you for sharing it with us. Welcome to our living room. Ebony is going to take some time to share her poem honoring Nina Simone, Queen Mother Nina Simone, who is the ancestral mother for the series this year. So thank you, Ebony.
So thank you. Now they're going to leave the stage.
You got your back, girl.
Way back.
Oh, okay. So we struggled over who to choose to be the ancestral mother of the series this year. We tossed around Zora Hurston, Catherine Dunham, and we finally, and it took a while, but we finally rested with, I don't know if we really rested with, we just decided that it would be Nina Simone. And I mean, for all of the reasons, for the people in the room who know her work and her legacy, for all of those reasons, and also because we have Nina and I have personal kind of connections to this woman's legacy through our own artistic practice and through our own scholarly practice, and just how we kind of live in the world as these women who don't take no shit, and are unafraid to be exploring truth. Even if we don't put truth at the center of our, what we don't show it every day, we know that we're mining truth in our own lives, and there's no way to not honor Nina Simone for being a trailblazer for that kind of lifestyle for both of us. And so, I've made love to Nina Simone music, I've broken shit to Nina Simone music, written things to Nina Simone music, so it just, I'm obsessed with her work, and I'm going to read this poem that is a part of a collection that I'm writing right now. And in the collection, it's called, again, The Water Carriers. This particular section is a suite of poems about women who are conjure women, and in the different manifestations of women who make things happen out of thin air. And so this poem is for Nina Simone. They say you steal shadows. You cast baby spirits out in nocturnal limbo. You make them wander in search of womb, in search of milk, in search of the space between heaven and hell, where each step is a breath squeeze. They say you keep a sachet of bone shavings, Crescent City spit, and motherland dust under your slip. That you blew the brows clean off a man's forehead for cutting his eyes at you. They say you could have been a street preacher, but you couldn't keep your legs closed or pray just to one Lord Jesus. I know a woman who carries your face, and she ain't nothing but sanctified. And she speaks sweet like I heard you speak, like I hear you speak. And her fingers too are wands that stir the heavens. And she holds night in her skin, sings it to her children when dawn breaks. Nina, they really don't know how you got the blood and the lightning in your tone. Don't know how you swung back this lifetime without wings. Know how you birthed us without light, so they call you witch when Obia be your name. Call you mystery when you are everywhere like dew. Magician when you are magician. They call you alien when you are mama. They call you alien because you tune our hearts. Your name be Obia. You bend time. Siphon your way through space. I heard you do it. I hear you do it. Stretch through speakers at me. Stretch through speakers at me just when I get tired of shouting freedom, writing freedom, birthing freedom. You stretch through speakers at me. Your groove of feathered redemption. For Nina Simone. I'm going to do group introductions. So I am going to introduce the first 3 performers. And so first up tonight, it is a pleasure and an honor to welcome Bina Kaye Joy from DC, Washington, DC, rep. She will be performing an excerpt of a piece called Booty Ma Makes the Sun Rise. And then after Bina will be a performance by Piper Anderson, who lives here in this city and is making art all over the place. Theater, she just recently started a performance company. And she's performing Francine, an excerpt from a full-length show that is currently in development. And then after Piper, we will have what I'm so excited that we have someone under the age of 18 performing. What's your name again, sis?
I'm Angelica.
Angelica. And Angelica, and I'll take just a brief moment to say, Angelica is performing a work that I am extremely excited to see on stage. And it's work that's written by Tanya Hegeman, who also was here last year reading from her published work. And in collaboration with Samantha Thornhill, we'll be presenting an excerpt of from Firebug, and just listen up, and be ready. And then we will have a dance break, because all performance nights need a dance break, and then we'll keep it moving. So thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome.
to me. No, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This love I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this love I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this love I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this joy I have right here, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Welcome to my booty. I am so happy to bring the booty to you tonight and to enhance your experience. I would like you to just check in with your booty right now. So, just, no judgment, right? In tune. Oh, how in tune are you with the booty? A lot or a little? Show of hands. How in tune right now, this moment? Let's all just community support. Okay, so some of you who might be out here, you might want to share that in tune with some people who are here. Okay, so we're just gonna see, after your journey through the booty, which is what this will be, if this goes from here to here. And I mean, if you're already here, watch out, okay? All right. So again, this is a journey for all of us. So if at any point the booty is moving you to rise up and move your booty or shout or make a sound, if you need to express, please do. All right? All right. Okay.
Once upon a booty, in an ancient village by the sea, there lived a magical woman with a vibrant and mystical booty. Everyone knew her as the Booty Ma. Now, Booty Ma was both very, very old and very, very young. And depending on when the sun cast its shadow, she could be a great-grandmother or a young girl child. Her time-shifting ability was not strange to the people of the world because, back then, everyone had some mystery or another. And perhaps, as the people had come to believe over the centuries, this inexplicable timelessness was what allowed Booty Ma to sustain her super booty powers, sacred powers that, in turn, sustained life itself. All the people of the world loved Booty Ma, for she was the one who opened the day and let the sun come out. Without her magical booty dance, the night would last forever. And so it was that every morning, when the night was still full and black and quiet, Booty Ma would wake up, and while the rest of the world lay sleeping, she would prepare to pull the sun up from under the sea. But before Booty Ma could begin her important work for the world, she drank a secret tonic of booty dances to activate all the regions of her booty. The movements were so natural to her that she could not remember a time when she didn't know how to do them. And the frequency of her booty was so potent that one booty tap could move mountains, and one booty roll could redirect the waves in the ocean. When her booty vibrated with the proper consistency, strong enough to lift the sun, Booty Ma focused all of her energy to greet the spirit of the all-booty. It was always here, inside this deep meditation, that the booty recipe for the day would come to Booty Ma. And when she was ready, she would get her booty pot and start stirring up the day. Sometimes Booty Ma whipped up a pure batch of love booty for the world.
Go girl. Go booty.
And then sometimes peace booty was the main ingredient for the day. And then other times, and actually quite often, as this was Booty Ma's favorite, she made a huge pot of joy booty and then would set aside a lot of leftovers for her private chambers. But one day, Booty Ma felt a new sensation in her booty, and she was having a hard time deciding on the recipe for the day. Before she had even realized it, she had mixed love and peace and joy all together in one pot and ended up with a sort of booty jambalaya. The combined forces of all that booty began to take on a life of its own. Booty Ma tried to keep up with her spin, but the booty spun her pot out of control. This explosion of booty energy tugged on the sun so intensely that it began to rise more quickly than usual. In just a few minutes, it was breaking through the horizon. This had never happened before. Booty Ma's recipe had made the sun rise so much earlier, which meant the day would also start sooner. Booty Ma didn't know how people would feel about a longer day, but she was too excited about her discovery to worry about that. As it turned out, later on that day, when it was time for the sun to fall back down under the sea, the night had a much harder time dragging the sun into its place. In fact, it took so long that the day grew even longer. And so it is that the phenomenon of the longest day of the year, better known as the summer solstice, was actually just one of Booty Ma's accidental recipes, of which there are plenty. As Booty Ma always says, once the booty, always the booty.
Oh. Are your booties hungry after all that recipe? Maybe you want to stand and just see how hungry your booty is? I promise you won't be allergic to this. So, it's really important to Booty Ma that everyone feel confident in their booty. Your booty is perfect. Say, my booty is perfect. My booty is perfect. Come on, say it like you mean it. My booty is perfect. My booty is perfect. Tell your neighbor. My booty is perfect. Tell your other neighbor. My booty is perfect. All right. So we're just going to do a little gentle massage of your booty, please. Just to specify. So when you get that nice warm, just gently, make contact. You might want to check it out. We sometimes ignore this really awesome part of our body. Okay. So, Booty Ma's recipe for her booty jambalaya had the love booty, the peace booty, the joy booty, and really that you determine what love is for you, what peace is for you, what joy is for you. So you can try my love booty, or if you're feeling inspired, you can make up your own, but we're going to do it together on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And we'll say love while we do it. Love. 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 Yeah. And then we also had the peace booty, okay? So the peace, again, your interpretation, your booty. But I just really feel peace in this deep squat. It's really, really good for us. How often do you squat? Okay, really? This has so many benefits. This will bring peace to many other parts of your body. Okay? All right. Oh, we have to say peace when we do it. Peace. Look at someone and say, peace. All right. And then we have Booty Ma's favorite, right? Which is joy booty. So joy booty is all about taking up as much space as you can with your booty. Okay? Ready? And you just shout joy. 1, 2, 3. Joy! A liberated booty is a liberated being. So the movement with that is a liberated booty is a liberated being. You want to try it? Yeah? Okay, we'll do one good one. All right, here we go. And if you're sitting, give your voice to the energy. All right, here we go. A liberated booty is a liberated being. Thank you.
Word, they would say, Francine is a survivor, capable of weathering any storm. Except it wasn't a storm that put me here, now was it? It was a fire that put me here in this barely welcoming but certainly temporary women's shelter. Right alongside the sick, the broken, the lost, the disappeared, and the helpless. Requiring time, praying for a chance, a choice, an opportunity to be able again. Able to work. Able to pay my own way, to do something, anything. Survivor. I know how to take care of myself. Always have. Would rather work 4 jobs before I let anybody else do it. So to be here in this place where I am helpless, where I have no choice but to seek assistance is painful and foreign to me. Waiting in lines. That is what my day has become about. Unemployment, temporary assistance, food stamps. Unemployment, temporary assistance, food stamps. Unemployment, temporary assistance, food stamps. And when I'm not waiting in lines, I'm following commands written across sickly green institutional walls. No drinking, no drugs, no yelling, no fighting, no gambling, no stopping. To remember who I was before I became this nameless body, this client number to be serviced. It never occurred to me that the time it took to inhale and exhale as I said a prayer of thanks for my blessings, that it could all be gone. Home gone, job gone, up in a blaze before my eyes. And now, all I want is to be in control of my body and where I put its effort again. I am a survivor. I'm not broken, lost, disappeared, or helpless. My body is still strong. And it may be all that I have, but it is enough to begin again. Sunday. So, I go to church like I do every Sabbath. Determined to hold my head high. There will be no need to put me on the prayer list or pass the collection plate, except most of my Sunday clothes were gone, or in a storage unit I was almost 2 months behind on, so I couldn't access my things until I paid the balance. I found a blouse and a pair of slacks at the Goodwill for $6, filed my nails with the old nail file I found at the bottom of my purse, and brushed my hair back into a neat bun. If I could have, I would have adorned a hat with grace and magic in the wearing. A crown so glorious that it drew attention to its color, its flare, its heavenward ascent. Had captivated onlookers would not have dared to look into these tired, dark eyes of mine. Nothing to be done about that. Being without a home is stressful. In the sanctuary, I sat in the seat I always sit in. Everything was in order. How you doing? All right. How you doing, Miss Jackson? You look good today, honey. Yes, God is good all the time. Everything was in order. I was in order. Until I realized that Pastor Morrissey was calling my name, asking me to come to the front of the church. I sat still and passive in my seat with no intention of moving, until he began to walk towards me. And simultaneously, I felt hands lifting me up out of my seat, guiding me to the front of the church. I didn't ask for this. I don't want pity. I don't need more help. The white-gloved hands of the ushers keeping me from collapsing to the floor. The pastor so close I could feel his peppermint breath on my face as he prayed. The tears began to stream down my cheeks as the prayer grew in passionate exclaim. I looked out into the congregation, and I saw that every person in that room was deep in prayer on my behalf. Each seemed to truly want to help me, to hold me up with their prayers. I let the tears fall from my cheek as the church filled with the rolling sounds of, "Yes, Lord, amen, protect her, Lord, deliver Francine from her troubles." In that moment, my tears went from streaks of shame to a languorous gratitude that left me limp in a net of sturdy arms. I allowed myself to be held by white-gloved hands, held in prayer, held by the realization that I can surrender, I can let go, and allow something or someone to carry me through.
And she is a poet as well as a young adult author extraordinaire. And we were at a writing retreat back in 2004, and she showed this piece to me called Firebug. And this piece really had an impact on me. I mean, it really illuminated a lot about this subject matter. Tanya used to be a rape crisis counselor, and this piece bloomed out of a case that really never left her. And since then, the poem's been sleeping in a folder, in a computer file. And we were talking, and we thought, you know, she said, I really want to resurrect this. I want this to breathe. I want this to have flesh. I want this to have a life. And she said, can you help me with this? And I said, yeah. It so happens that I teach in the South Bronx at a wonderful high school called the Bronx Academy of Letters. And there's a certain young woman that just immediately came to mind to embody this character. And that is the wonderful and lovely and intelligent and beautiful writer as well, Angelica Flores. She's the star in her school plays, but she also is studying at Stella Adler's right now after school, so she actually has to leave my class early to go to Stella Adler's class. I give her permission. And so I guess my role in this really is just to connect the body to the text. And so I present to you Firebug.
Baby bird's been falling down ever since the leaves turned green. Baby bird's been falling down. Mama can't keep the sidewalks clean. Flies be buzzing all around. Looking through they baby eyes. Flies be buzzing all around, smelling round they baby thighs. Well, Mama sing it every the girls keep falling. She says the girls keep falling. She says the girls keep falling and the boys just sing.
They call me Firebug. Because I burnt that girl's coat. I burnt that girl's coat while she was still in it. While she was still in it, I lit a match to it. They call me Firebug. I lit a match to it and watched her dance in the flames. Watched her dance in the flames. And while she was screaming, I clapped and sang. I lit a match to it.
10 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and cracked his full head. 9 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One got the burner, gonna sell her ass for bread.
Shanika. What's up, girl? I'm in English class right now. I hate my teacher. She makes us read stupid shit about stupid white people. I like reading, but just romance books. The ones with the best sex parts. Have you had sex? Don't tell nobody, but I did. Not with Jamal, though. He think he my boyfriend, but we just talked. And I let him touch my titties, but just my cousin Preston do it to me. He liked to do it to me best of all his girls, even my cousin Lovely, and she his baby mother. She 14 now, and Press say girls get ruined by then. He say they've been doing it since she 11, and he about to get tired. He say I better not be stupid and get pregnant like her. No way. Preston say I'm the best he ever did. Cause he say he can tell I like it too. But really, I don't. I just say the things like they say in my books. And I make noise the way they do on TV. I just do it so he can get done. It just feel like he's poking around in my belly now. The first time it hurt. I cried so bad. He was covering my mouth and almost smothered me. It's better when you don't fight back. My panties were so bloody, I burned them in the backyard. They burned for a long time. They burned and burned and burned. I watched it for like an hour. Most stuff don't burn that long. It burned my hand some too, but it ain't that bad. I let him do it so he won't bother my sister May. He look at her like he want her sometime, but she only in the 3rd grade. He stopped bothering me when I was in 4th. I don't think girls should be doing it till then. They call it rape when the girls be too young. If you was gonna do it, who would you do it with in our class? This teacher keep looking at me, so I gotta go. Sit next to me at lunch, not Maisa and them. Peace and love.
8 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One licked the ceiling, got poisoned up with lead. 7 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One rolled over, got felt up by Uncle Fred.
I clapped and sang like we was in church. Like we was in church. Me, May, and Cousin Preston. Me, May, and Cousin Preston said, "Lay down, girl, I'm playing preacher." I clapped and sang. Preston said, "Lay down, girl, I'm playing preacher." Down in the basement. Down in the basement, May went and laid herself down. May went and laid herself down, just like she was some Virgin Mary. Preston said, "Lay down, girl. I'm playing preacher."
6 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One mama caught with her hands all red. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One got poked and never even bled.
Shanika, girl, why you be looking at me funny all the time now? Why you act like you can't sit with me at lunch no more? Now I gotta sit with Jamal and his dumbass friends. They're so stupid. They get on my nerves. Jamal tell them all that I let him touch my titties. Now they all want to try. I didn't want to, but Jamal say he won't go with me no more if I don't let him. They suck on them so hard it leaves marks and shit. Preston's so mad. He's saying he don't want no bruises on his girl unless he the one making them. I think he's gonna get Jamal. I don't really care no more. It's nice though, that Press be sticking up for me. Nobody else do. Not even you. Why you let Maisha talk shit on me? I heard her in the hall that time telling Chanel and all them that I was dirty. And my family just a bunch of heathens and hoes. You was standing right there, but act like you wasn't. I got a mind to fight them bitches, but Preston say, pay them no mind. Cause they just hating on me. I got a man with all the Benjamins. He be giving me all the money for all the chips and soda I want. I know your moms be telling you not to hang out with me. I know. But for real, you can say hi in the hall and shit. Damn. But you know I can't be mad at you. You, my girl, my best friend. Peace and love. P.S. Preston think you cute.
4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One found guilty before he even pled. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One shot a man out in the shed.
Like she was some Virgin Mary. He told me to go find some candles. Told me to go light some candles so we can make her an altar. When we made her an altar, he said, now take off her underpants. Like she was the Virgin Mary. Like she was the Virgin Mary. He said, now take off her underpants. But I wanted to go play with the candles instead. I went to go play with the candles instead. Because my mama said it ain't right to play with your things. Mama said it ain't right to play with other people's things. He said he'd kill me. So I did what he said.
Two little monkeys jumping on the bed. One got sense and finally fled. One little monkey jumping on the bed all by herself, wishing she was dead.
Shanika, I seen you on Saturday with your mom down over at the House of Beauty. I didn't try to talk to you because I didn't want you to get in trouble. I don't care what people say about my family. I love them because I guess in this world, that's all we got. But I watched you all picking out extensions. My mama said she'll buy me some hair when she gets her check. I hate waiting on her damn checks. Preston said once he gets his boys together, he gonna take care of us all for good. I'm tired waiting on that too. Feel like we are waiting for nothing, probably. I just get tired of people talking about my hair and how I ain't got no gear. I know what Ma used to be saying. She a stuck-up bitch ain't worth a pack of matches. I swear, though, it makes me so mad to see you with her. Just because you and her got the same coat, now you think you're so cute. I hate it when you ignore me, when I try and talk to you. I remember the first time you and me met. It was that time you was buying cigs for your moms. And you gave me some change to buy a soda. It was forever ago. But I never forget that day. Your brother got mad because you wanted me to walk home with you. And we walked too slow and talked too much. Boys be such babies sometimes if you don't give them what they want. Why they always want to be touching us girls? I never want to be touching on them. I wish we could walk home again. Walk home again. Like that. But this time, just us. And maybe we can go to the park and walk in the grass. You ever go walk in the grass barefoot in the summertime? I saw a girl on TV do that. And it looked nice. I wish we could just walk and walk. And nobody mess with us. I would take my little sister May with us. Peace and love.
Your house ain't got no curtains, the baby keeps crying, your brother be lying, and your sister ain't got no boyfriend. Looking in the window, what do I see? A little black nigga looking back at me. Your mama be on welfare, your daddy keeps hitting, the dog be shitting, and you ain't got no clothes to wear.
Shanika, everybody in here keep asking me why I did it, but I ain't telling nothing. And they just sit there and wait for me to say something. You didn't have to go and show them all the notes you've been keeping. Just because I was messing around and burnt up your coat. You should have been acting all cute and be rolling your eyes at somebody if you don't want to get hurt. I told you before. But I was all ready just to say sorry. And forget it. When you started telling that stuff on me. See, I know you cared, just because you kept all those notes. But still, them secrets wasn't yours to tell. You said your mom found them and made you show the police. But I don't know what to believe. So I'm not telling them nothing. They can't do nothing unless I tell them something. They say Preston won't be able to get me if I talk. But I don't know how they're going to do that. They say they can keep him just because of the letters. But Grandma come down here and say Preston got to work. And so Lovely ain't say nothing to no cops because she and her baby got to eat too. So, maybe he'll get to go on home. They say I got to stay in this girl's attention now. Maybe even till they find some foster people. But I know my family come get me before then. Maybe we all move to the country where there ain't no concrete.
Baby bird's been falling down ever since the leaves turn green. Baby bird's been falling down. Mama can't keep the sidewalks clean. Flies be buzzing all around, looking through they baby eyes. Flies be buzzing all around, smelling round they baby thighs. Well, Mama sing it almost every spring. She says the girls keep falling. She says the girls keep falling. She says the girls keep falling and the boys. And the boys. And the boy.
In the flames, watched her dance in the flames, and while she was screaming, I clapped and sang. I lit a match to it. I clapped and sang like we was in church. Me, May, and Cousin Preston. Me, May, and Preston said, "Lay down, girl. I'm playing preacher." I clapped and sang. Preston said, "Lay down, girl. I'm playing preacher." Down in the basement. Down in the basement, May went and laid herself down. May went and laid herself down, just like she was some Virgin Mary. Preston said, "Lay down, girl, I'm playing preacher." like she was some Virgin Mary. Now take off her underpants. Now take off her underpants. He said, now take off her underpants. But I wanted to go play with the candles instead. I want to go play with the candles instead. Because my mama said it ain't right to play with your things. Mama said it ain't right to play with other people's things. He said he'd kill me. So I did what he said. Now take off her underpants. He said he'd kill her. So I did what he said. And May started screaming when he did what he did. But May started screaming when he did what he did. So Press covered her mouth. And I held down her arms. So Press smothered her mouth. And I held down her arms and kissed her sweet face and whispered in her ear. They call me Firebug.
Amen.
So, Firebug, we are going to have small breakout groups at the end of this performance. So each of you will have an opportunity to come and talk to the artists involved in each of these works. Because, I mean, you know, just witnessing Firebug here, I'm sure that, you know, there needs to be some extended conversation and